Hey, what's up everyone? You're joining me, Carvell, for a brand new edition of Carvell's Closet. I'm of course your host, Carvell, and I should apologise, I was on holiday last week, so we didn't upload a video, so I'm making up with making this kind of little bit of a longer one today. Now, the movie we're going to be talking about in question is the 1980s classic CaddyShack. Now, for those of you who don't know anything about the movie CaddyShack, I'll give you a quick summary of what's going on in the film without giving anything away. So, as you can probably guess from the title of the film, CaddyShack, yes, this is kind of a golf-based movie, but don't let that put you off. Don't think straight away, oh, this is going to be a movie just about golf players, it's going to be boring. It's like, no, this is a brilliant comedy film that was made, well, written by Howard Ramis, who everyone might remember him from playing Egon in Ghostbusters. So this just shows some of his great writing skills that he had back in the 80s. And another thing I'm going to quickly mention before we go into this one, the opening sequence of this film is a song by Kenny Loggins. That's all you need. That's all you need. Kenny Loggins, you know you're in for a good film. Now, so the basic plot of this is that there's pretty much several different stories going on throughout the course of this film. There's one situation where there's the groundskeeper is trying to catch a gopher who is tearing up the course. There is an eccentric billionaire who's looking to try and buy this golf club, which is quite a prestigious, members only, you have to be wealthy to be able to be a member here. So you got that side story going on, this guy trying to buy it. And you've also got the story of one of the caddies whose name is Danny, and it's his quest to try and raise up enough money because he wants to go to college. So that's just 3 of the sub-stories that are going on throughout this, but there are so many more, but I don't want to give anything away because I really want you guys to make sure you check out this film. Now, I'll quickly just mention some famous names so you will see in this film, and it just kind of shows you how 80s this film is, because a lot of people, these names don't mean nothing, but 2 of these in particular will. So one person who is in this one, who everyone will recognise straight away, is Bill Murray. Now, everyone remembers Bill Murray for his role in Ghostbusters alongside Howard Ramis, and also for his role in Kingpin, which is just an absolute amazing film about bowling, which I cannot get enough of. Another great actor you'll see in this one is Chevy Chase, most famously known for his role in the National Lampoon films back in the 80s. Again, he was quite the character then back in the 80s. He was very funny actor, did a lot of the Saturday Night Live skits as well, so I think that's kind of where he was kind of really found through that. And of course, through Saturday Night Live, we've come across so many other great actors, people like Will Ferrell, Andy Samberg, people like that have all rose through starting off on Saturday Night Live and now are just on great things, and that was kind of what happened with Chevy Chase. Another person I'm going to really mention really quickly is Rodney Dangerfield. Now, a lot of people, the name doesn't mean a lot, but when you see this guy on screen and you hear him talking, you'll instantly know who this guy is, and he is a brilliant stand-up comedian. If you get a chance, check out some of his old material. It's very tongue-in-cheek, and I really enjoy it. And a lot of people might recognise him. He played the grandfather in Little Nicky, so he created hell effectively. I think he's cast as Lucifer. And another great comedy actor you'll see in this one, but it goes by the name of Ted Knight. Now, he's not noticeably famous for a lot of films. He actually starred in a lot of TV back in the 70s, but no, he's just a really funny actor, and he plays kind of like the main antagonist of this film. So like he's playing sort of a villainous role, but he still comes over really comical, which is absolutely brilliant. Now, like I mentioned, of course, this was directed by Howard Ramis from Ghostbusters fame, and of course the great song that comes from Kenny Loggins, which is the star and like the opening sequence to this film, with that song playing, is just fantastic. Now, the reason I'm recommending this as a comedy film you should all go and check out is because, for me, this was one of the very first comedy films I really remember watching at a point where I didn't get it. I didn't get what was funny about it. I just took it as tongue-in-cheek. It is just a really silly film, silly things going on. I didn't realise I probably watched it at about the age of 8, and this film is actually a 15, so what the hell I was doing watching it so young, no idea. But where you do have kind of like the inappropriate jokes and the sex references and things like that, I clearly didn't get it back then, but watching it back a few years prior now, yeah, I see how funny it was. I can see why I would find it funny as a kid, but also why I find it even funnier as an adult. There is a nice balance what's going on throughout this film. And yeah, I'm recommending because I just think this is just pure 80s comedy gold. All the way through it, there are so many hidden one-liner jokes, which every time you watch it, you'll discover more jokes that you didn't realize they were actually there before. And that is what is brilliant about those kind of films. I've talked about other films like that before, like we've talked about Dumb and Dumber, where they have so many hidden one-liner jokes. This is that kind of film that kind of really capitalized on that as well. There's other films that do as well, like films like Airplane are exactly the same. The dialogue is just one short punchline joke after another, but the delivery on it is so dry you wouldn't even realize until you go back and watch it again 10 years later. You're like, oh wait, get that joke now. So this is definitely one of those films. So if you like your comedy, then this is definitely something you need to go and check out. Now, on the rating system that we have here on Carvell's Closet, of One Little Fishy being absolutely tosh or Five Little Fishies being absolute classic, this one is easily going to get itself 4 fishies. Now, I would give it 5, but because it is so dated, some of it is a little bit kind of time reference, so some of it is a little bit outdated and we don't get it, but still, that's not besides the point. The point is, this is a really, really good comedy film, and it takes a lot for anything to get a 5 out of 5, and as I've done so far, only 2 films have managed to get a 6, which is impossible, but to get a 5, it has got to be the creme de la creme. This is just a great comedy film, which you should definitely go and check out at least once. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Have you seen CaddyShack? Do you agree with me that this is a great comedy film, or do you think I'm wrong? Is this a bad film? I'm always intrigued to know what you guys think. Leave me a little comment down below. Don't forget to like the page, share the page, and just get it all out there. Like the video, share the video, just do whatever you can. Help us make this show as big as possible. And again, I'm always looking forward to your recommendations on films. Please, please, please keep sending them in. I have got a long list been made up now, which I am now working my way through, and I will be making videos to so many of those requests that you guys have sent me in over the next few weeks. But until next time, I've been Carvell. Thank you for checking out Carvell's Closet. Hope you enjoyed the film, and I'll see you again next time. Take care.